Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Check out Kurt. If in this last episode, you know that. Welcome back to Life is Strange True Colors. So last time we left off, we just lost Gabe, and we were kind of in the episode after that happened, and we were kind of just going around talking to everybody, see what's going on, and towards the end, we went and interacted with Eleanor a little bit. She was having some kind of like uh dementia type stuff where she was having trouble remembering stuff, and we just got done helping her.
Eleanor said Mac is nearby. I don't see him here. Maybe at the bridge?
And we have to go talk to Mac, or at least that's the objective. I don't remember, so did this save the interaction we had?
Man, these overnight shifts really take it out of me.
Yeah, my sleep schedule's fucked.
I was trying to remember if we interacted with Steph before or after we interacted with Eleanor. I think it was before. Eleanor was the last thing in the episode, I think. I guess is this what they're calling the bridge? No. This is some kind of dock.
Oh.
Oh, I bet the bridge is in like the one I came in. Okay, so it's probably over here. Pinch girl. Oh, excuse me. Okay, yeah, over here. Is this what they're calling the bridge?
How's your progress in Moondrop Ranch? You buy...
Eleanor. Thank you so much for spending that time with me today, Alex. You're an angel. It's a pleasure. Glad I could help. Feeling okay now? Yes. Much.
Buy your chicken coop?
Is this what they're calling the bridge? Oh, sure enough, there he is. Hey, bruh. We got some stuff to talk about.
Alex, look, it's not a good time.
You owe me an
You
explanation
don't know
about what
half of
happened.
it, bud.
What? Costing me my girlfriend wasn't enough for you? Now you're gonna accuse me of killing Gabe, too?
He does not seem like a guy that would respond well to telling him that he's afraid. But he's also... I feel like this might be the point, but this dude is going to be standoffish, I kind of feel like, no matter what we say. But in the effort of giving him the benefit of the doubt, let's bring this up, see what happens.
I get it. He died on your shift and you're freaked, but you have to come clean.
That is not at all what that
Please.
option implied.
There's nothing I can tell you.
Mac, come on.
That was so much better said than what
Where's my
that
big brother?
line said.
I can't.
Something definitely has him scared. Maybe if I could tap into his fear, I could
Ooh.
get to the truth. I just need to find something I could use to push him over the edge.
Like what?
Time to get the truth.
I don't really get what you're trying to tell me. Um, is it maybe... I honestly don't really know.
She was finally feeling better. I didn't want to ruin that.
Yep, fair. I thought maybe, what's her name was in here, we could talk to her. Honestly, I have no idea.
I just need to find something I could use to push him over the edge.
It's not literally meaning push him over the edge. Is it like over the edge of the... Surely not. Oh my god, I kind of forgot that I could do this
Everyone's out to
randomly.
get me. Alex, Ryan, even Riley. Fuck!
Even Riley? Did something happen with her?
Is this gonna say the same thing?
Everyone's out to get me. Alex, Ryan, even Riley. Fuck!
Okay, so I think it is hinting that we talked to Riley.
One eternity
Is that her?
later.
Hey, Riley.
Okay, well, we found her, I guess.
Alex. Hey.
This is an interesting choice. Because she is probably doubly shook up right now. One, I know her and Gabe wasn't like... They weren't in a relationship, obviously, because of her and Mac. But they were like... Obviously good friends, and like Gabe was helping her out a lot. So she's like... Probably... Like... Yes, everybody's hurt that Gabe's dead, but like... She'd probably be hurt a little bit more than the average. Just because, you know, close friends and stuff. But she's probably also tore up because of Mac. Depending on what she knows about what happened, might make the Mac situation more intriguing or not. But the problem is, if she's this upset about Gabe, I don't really want to, like, right out the gate talk about, hey, help me with some dirt on Mac. So maybe we open the floor with But Eleanor didn't want Riley to know about... Ooh. I'm sure I'm putting way too much thought into this question, but... Let's start with Gabe.
I know you and Gabe were close. How are you doing?
I miss him so much.
Hmm.
He was like an older brother to me.
Interesting. Ooh. I would always prefer this kind of option. Because it's like,
I'm glad he had you.
Thank you, Alex. Really.
doesn't matter about Gabe anymore, you know? He's dead. I know that might sound a little harsh, but it's just kind of like his emotions don't matter anymore, really. You know, he's not the one here having to deal with stuff. So, I am a little intrigued about what we get into with Eleanor. It sounded like she didn't want Riley to know that this was happening. She was scared that they were going to make her close the business. But especially if Riley's there, I don't get why that would happen. Like, why wouldn't you just tell Riley, hey, Eleanor is slipping a little bit. Maybe keep an eye on orders to make sure stuff's going out right. I would think you would come near, like, you'd come near getting the shop closed down if you, like, let Eleanor continue doing what she does, and then she ends up screwing orders, and, like, you know, all the orders are wrong. So I don't know. Probably thinking too much into that, but we're gonna bring it up, see what happens.
You and Eleanor seem close.
She's taken care of me ever since I was little. I never really knew my mom, but she's always been there for me.
What does she think about you going away to school?
She's thrilled.
That's
I think
why.
she just wants me to end up happy.
That's 1,000% it. I forgot about her school. She's going away to school, so she's not going to be here to help her. Eleanor, that is. She's like, if I bring up that I'm losing my mind and she goes off to college, then I'm gonna have to close down because I can't run it myself. She's scared she'll throw away her college to stay. Ooh, I feel that. So it's obviously given us a, like, cut the conversation there, or probably a little bit. I'm hoping it gives us one more set so we can pry a little bit more, but maybe not let the cat out of the bag. We'll see
Will
where this
she
goes.
be all right without you?
She's a tough cookie, but I do worry about her sometimes. She's getting older. One day I'll have to take care of her.
I know having you work with her in the shop has meant the world.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
to both of us.
Okay. So it seems from that conversation that she is aware that she's getting to that point, but it doesn't sound like she's aware that it's currently happening. However often it might, we might have just got, we might have just got lucky and ran into her on a particularly bad day, but interesting.
That fight Mac had with Gabe over your secret meetings. They were about you applying to college, right?
Yeah. Ever since the first time Mac lost his shit in front of them, Gabe and Charlotte had tried to get me to end things with him. And after all this, I can see that they were right.
I mean, I was gonna comment, but I don't really have enough back-hidden context for that, so I'll just let that fly. I mean, she's obviously mad at Mac, so... But I think that's a little too direct. We'll just see what she thinks. What do you think happened? Because if anybody is going to have more information, it's going to be Riley. She probably doesn't, but if anybody knows anything more, it'd be her.
Do you think he's telling the truth about the call? That Gabe never made it?
No, it's not that. Sorry.
Ooh, she knows something.
I'm really not ready to talk about it.
Okay, we're not gonna push.
Okay.
But that was pretty obvious that
I gotta run. There's some stuff I need to do.
Max told her something.
Okay. I don't want to push Riley, but I need to know more about Mac. How do I get her to open up?
Ooh. I don't know if the game's gonna go in this direction. But I kind of feel like I guess I don't know if it's a cliche, but the whole idea of a person has quote unquote a superpower and can do good with it, but they start to use it to get what they want done. That's very much how this feels. Yeah, I'm curious what happened with Gabe, but if that means to literally intrude on thoughts without the person's permission, then do we really even care at that point?
If he's innocent, why is he acting like this?
Acting like what? Maybe I can get her to tell me.
So maybe she doesn't?
Do
Oh.
you want to talk about Mac?
Okay, so that gave us extra context. So maybe she doesn't know anything. She just realizes he's acting weird, but
Yeah, I get it. It's just, if he didn't do anything wrong, Why is he acting like he has something to hide?
Oh my god, that is manipulative as fuck, man.
He asked me to leave Haven with him
What?
right after the wake. He wouldn't tell me why. But he just looked so guilty. I told him no, and that we were done. And now I'm scared he did something horrible.
Riley. Thank you for telling me.
Oh my
You
god.
deserve the truth. I gotta run. There's some stuff I need to do.
Okay. We'll talk soon?
Yeah. Whenever you want. Mac trying to skip town is sketchy as shit.
Yeah.
I bet I could use that to stoke his fear.
That felt all kinds of uncomfortable. We just... Ooh. We literally just used an insecurity of hers to get her to tell her information to help us scare. Ugh. I'm not entirely okay with what just happened.
I should make sure there's nothing else I want to do before I confront Mac.
What does that mean? I think we talked about everybody we can.
What Riley told me might do it, but I should make sure there isn't anything I still want to do around town first.
Is there something that I didn't do? I don't think so. All it said was to talk to... Oh. Can't remember her name, but Gabe's wife. And then Steph at the record store. And then it was Mac at the flower shop. But of course Mac wasn't at the flower shop, so we helped Eleanor. I think we're ready.
Okay, let's do this.
Whatever happens here. Okay. Loud audio, bright lights.
Your ex-girlfriend told me about your plans to skip town.
Oh my god. This is terrible.
That's not something innocent people do.
God. It's not. I didn't do anything. Just fuck off! Leave me alone!
Oh, are we still in... What the hell is happening?
Fuck. I'll deal with Mac when I get to him. For now, I need to learn everything I can.
So are we still feeling him, and he's feeling like, you know, like paranoid, like everybody's watching me kind of thing?
Typhon's always watching.
Yep.
They run this whole town.
Mac feels like everyone's staring at him.
Well, I mean, you literally accused him of... Again, kind of seems like maybe something's there, but like, you literally accused him of being the reason that your brother's dead, and small town, word travels fast.
Everyone thinks I killed him. They all hate me.
Okay.
It's not fair. I didn't do anything wrong.
It should have been you instead. Alex?
Holy shit.
No! What the hell? There are people out there! No, I told you to call it off!
I saw the way they looked at me at the wake. They all think I let him die.
I know why you're lying.
It definitely seems either Typhon is pressuring him, or... Well, no, I'd say that's what it is, right? Well, but he seems to be... It's definitely one of these two. He made a mistake, or Typhon is pressuring you.
Typhon's
maybe
forcing
Typhon's.
you to deny the call.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean... It depends exactly what happened. Like... It sounded like we heard him, like... Like he was pleading with someone, hey, we can't do that, there's people down there. So I'd say there's like a manager or something that like stood in, like he got the call and was like telling somebody else, hey, there's somebody down there, and that person's like, well, too bad, we told them not to be there, we've got shit to do, fuck them. So I'm starting to wonder if he's maybe not as guilty as we thought he was.
I know you tried to stop it. They fucked up, not you. Stop lying for them!
You don't get it. This wasn't some accident. I told them you were down there, and they detonated anyway.
On purpose? Why?
I don't know. I swear. And then I get a message telling me to deny there was ever a call.
Yep, that's kind of what I figured.
You gotta believe me. Gabe and I, we didn't get along, but I didn't want him dead. And now Typhon's watching me. My girlfriend, she thinks I'm a murderer. My neighbors all hate me. I mean, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
I think I can calm him down, but
Tough spot, not
does he
gonna lie.
deserve it?
I don't really... It's given us an option if we effectively don't believe what he just said. Which perplexes me a little bit. Because I sort of believe him. Again, we don't know, but he was there regardless. So, like, him being calm is overwhelmingly a positive, whether he did it or not. In my
Alright.
opinion.
Mac, come on. You gotta calm down, okay? Dude, stay with me. I know what it's like to be doubted. To have everyone think the worst of you. But the truth will come out. I'll make sure of it.
But Typhon...
If Typhon comes after you, they're gonna have to get through me too, okay?
Thanks. I actually feel a little better.
Yeah, well, you learn a thing or two hanging out with shrinks your whole life.
I bet.
So, what are you gonna do now?
Don't leave Haven. I'm gonna get to the truth.
I don't know, he's definitely an ass, but I don't think he would lie about something quite like that. Especially in a heated moment. In my experience, truth comes out when you're heated.
Hey. Yeah, it's... Can we talk? Where are you?
Who's this?
Okay.
Who'd we call? I'm curious. Oh, is it Brian? Is that his name?
You were right. About Typhon, about Mac.
Yep.
Alex.
Mac got the call.
How do you know that?
He got the call and he lied about it.
Doesn't matter.
Someone is putting pressure on him to keep quiet. Someone from the mine, and...
It doesn't matter! I keep coming here and playing it back. But it always ends the same.
Ryan...
He's dead. He's really dead, Alex.
My goodness. Loud volume, bright lights. Ooh.
It was my fault. My job is to keep people safe. And I failed.
Why are these two separate? I guess maybe Ethan was kind of safe either way at that, but he 1000% saved me.
Ryan, I owe you my life.
She's wrong. I let her cross that log. I put Gabe in harm's way. I'm not a hero. I'm a coward. Worse than worthless.
Braver than me. I don't know that he would respond positively to that. Because in the moment he's like, well, you're braver than me. Well, no shit, that's my job. I'm supposed to be, and I wasn't. I can feel that immediately coming back. Neither of us is worthless. I mean, true, but like, I've just never known anybody to like if someone thinks they're worthless and you tell them you're not worthless. How many times does said person actually just, oh yeah, you're right? So I think the best go here would be try to get him to connect something in his brain that tells him, well, yeah, how could I have known? But I don't know. I think this one maybe has the best shot, though.
You've got to stop torturing yourself. You did everything you could have.
It doesn't matter. Gabe's dead. Because of me. Gabe, I'm so sorry.
Ooh. See, I don't feel I don't know him enough to pull this decision, which, of course, you can argue is, that's the point of the game. You gotta make impossible decisions. But, like, he's obviously, like, visualizing Gabe in some form, because he was just talking to Gabe. But would he respond better if Gabe, which, you know, obviously isn't here anymore, but, like, would he respond to, like, hey, Gabe would have forgot you, or somebody in the real physical world saying, hey, I forgive you? Like, I think either one of those would be a good option, but, like, I just think coming from someone who's actually still here might be a little bit more grounding than like, well, Gabe would have forgot you, or would have forgiven you. How the hell do you know he's not here? You know, like, I think maybe it'd be a bit more grounded if it was from somebody who's, you know, here with him. Forgive yourself scares me. It'd be like, I can't, and then he just jumps off the freaking mountain. Which is why I'm taking my time with this, because it seems like wrong decision here, and we lose a character. So, if it was me in the situation, I think I would like it more if it was the person there with me instead of... Here we go.
I forgive you. How could I not? You're not alone.
That was...
Whoa, hold on.
Okay, they're
There's a
still
guy
here.
in a gorilla suit? Does he also jump off of the cliff and into the pool?
No, he chases a guy in a banana suit. That guy jumps off the cliff and into the pool.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is a Mexican restaurant?
Nominally. The food is, well, terrible. But it's Gabe's favorite place. I tell you, he's the oldest 12-year-old I know. Can I ask you something?
Of course.
You came up here to tell me that I was right about Mac. About him getting the call. How did you know?
I can read people's minds. I mean, he did kind of tell us, but...
There's something you should know about me. And it's gonna be easier to show you than to explain it.
Yep. For sure.
This is gonna seem sort of weird at first, then really weird. Do you trust me?
I'd say his trust in you is pretty good right now. Interesting. So see, this is kind of sort of how I felt it was going to take it when we first told Gabe about it. Is like, hey, think of something really personal. And then he'll get an emotion, we can read him and then tell him. So it's interesting that the game is going this direction now. I don't know if this matters or not. I do remember them saying, yeah, cause that was the deal. Gabe said, like, what am I thinking of? And Alex is like, no, it's got to be a little bit more extreme than that. So I think that's kind of why what they used to explain that away. But here's the question again. So I'm wondering if maybe we need to pick something that we know he would be able to get highly emotional with. Like, now that I think about it, have we seen any other emotion from him other than infuriated? Because I know Mac is almost exclusively been fear. I guess Riley's pretty much been all fear too. I guess the only... Same with Eleanor. We had a little interaction with Steph with sadness, and then same with Ethan. So maybe I'm looking way into that. It just seems like him as a person would be way easier to find something that fires him up versus than...
Okay. Think of something that makes you so angry. You
And that'd be
just
pretty
wanna
easy to
scream.
do. Versus he just
You
kind
really
of
focus
had that
until you feel it.
experience.
The wasted potential. You're angry for me, for Ethan and Charlotte, for everyone who had their futures with Gabe stolen.
Yeah, I knew that's exactly
Wish you
where
could have
that...
been there with us. There was no one in the world more fun to be around. Man, this one time...
Whatever it is you're thinking about right now, don't stop, okay? Keep going.
Okay.
What emotion is this?
It's super interesting that she is like, oh, what is this blissful stuff? I get that. Okay. I was gonna say loud volume. I guess that is true, but loud noises, bright lights. You've been warned. Ooh.
Must be a good memory. I wonder if I can piece it together.
Wouldn't mind having me a piece of this every now and then. Oh, is this me? Oh. Oh.
Oh, that's a lot of blood, huh?
Gabe, this is serious. Killing a Canadian goose is a violation of international law.
Shut up. It is not.
They're Canadian geese, Gabe. Property of the Crown.
The The crown of...
Property of the crown, Gabe.
What do we do?
Gabe,
The extended laughing is
I
certainly
see it.
interesting.
It'll move.
it's not moving.
It'll move.
Well, that's Goose.
Gabe!
Oh, that is quite obviously a car. I didn't catch that before. This looks like a shovel? When they bury it or something? No.
How deep you think?
Deeper than that. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police can spot a goose grave at 100 paces.
The Mounties? Oh, come on, man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
How long were you gonna let me dig?
I wasn't gonna stop you.
Oof.
So, did you finish burying the goose or not?
Oh, and he's gonna be like,
Also, property of the crown.
well, how did you know that?
Well, they are technically protected under the Migratory Bird Treaty Act.
How the hell did you know our story?
How?
Ooh, I love that it gives us to choose this. Or, I can words, I promise. I'm glad it gives us these choices. Because it really does just speak, like, how you refer to yourself when talking to other people. Like me, I would never pick superhero, but I would probably pick freak. I mean, if it was just, like, literally, if I was in this kind of situation, well, basically some kind of freak is exactly what I, like, that's me. It's interesting.
There's something wrong with the way I process other people's emotions. I see these auras, I guess. And sometimes, if somebody's feeling something big, it sort of infects me. And I start feeling it too.
And that's what you just did with me? There's nothing wrong with you. You're a literal wizard.
It's only ever been the bad emotions before. But that was pure joy.
Never been around anybody happy before.
Who
That's
else
interesting.
knows?
Just
Gifted.
you now.
But now, I guess, just you. And that's how I know Mac's terrified of Typhon. He reported Gabe's call, and they ignored it. Now they're putting pressure on him to toe the line.
Okay, but why?
I don't know yet. Someone made the decision to let the blast go off.
The animations are
Seems like
so
finding
good.
out who would be a good start.
So, you're going after Typhon?
Well, in theory, yes.
You'll need help.
You don't have to.
Probably lots of it.
You're stuck with me now.
Oh, fuck the handshake.
You're welcome, I guess.
Yeah. Thanks.
I figured we were
Thank
gonna
you.
be a little bit more subtle about it, but
No. Thank you.
and that's probably a good place to stop.
This one's for you, Gabe. I miss you.
Oh yes, this song is amazing, even though none of us can hear it because it gets copyright claimed. Even if you were to put the streamer mode on, it still gets copied. Ask how I know. Literally, the scene in the record store from the first episode. I even made the comment, well, this must not be licensed. It was.
I didn't speak this morning. I couldn't. Hearing everyone talk about him, about the life he had here with all of you, I lost the chance to have that. But even though I only had one day with him, he changed my life. I said I didn't know if I belonged here. He told me that home isn't something you find. It's something you build. I love you, Gabe.
Aw, that's cool. Hmm. Is she? Well, I mean, it essentially just wink wink that she might be a little bit more important than we think. Okay, let's see how we stacked up to everybody else. Alex calmed Mac down from his panic attack. 96%. I am glad that this is how this ended up because I literally, like, whenever it gave me that option, I'm like, why wouldn't I? Um, yeah, Here's so whenever I recorded the episode about Eleanor, there was two weeks in between recording that one and recording this one, and I probably literally thought about the decision once a day. I'm like, God, I probably should have told Eleanor. And like, it's interesting that it seemed like the majority of people told her. But I didn't want to. One, I didn't want to add to the situation. And on top of that, like, if it happened once, it's probably gonna happen again. And like, yeah, I don't know. That's a tough situation, and I'm just not sure I made the right decision. But definitely made the unpopular opinion. Charlotte didn't take Typhon's money, 60%. Charlotte signed the agreement after Alex didn't visit her, 0%. Interesting. 40% still signed. That's interesting. Alex enjoyed a quiet moment on the dock, 56%. Alex did not sit on the edge dock. Yeah, I did not. Alex left the mess for later. Yeah, I didn't even realize the apartment was messy. Goes to show, I am very much a leave the mess till you feel better, or can't walk and then pick up the mess. Alex didn't add anything to the memory table. Oh, didn't know we could. Alex put the album on Gabe's memory table. Put the photograph on Gabe's memory table. Okay, I didn't even know we could do that. Alex didn't look at the dartboard. Okay. Glad to see that the game thought this was an important decision, but like none of us did. Alex chose to go by Alto in the LARP. Okay, so we got pretty pretty low odds there. It looks like everybody liked Halloween. Which I get. But like I just like the short snappiness of Alto. Alex spent a moment thinking about Gabe, 65%. Nice. Alex backed Ryan's claim at the wake, 64%. Interesting. So here's that decision where I'm like, yeah, I think it really depends on the person. But like, if it was me, I'm like, I ground the person with reality. It just seems like, again, I'm not saying that for like everybody, but like, from my experience, a person who's always in my freaking head, like, like it seemed like Ryan was in the situation, you know, he's like, he's caught up in his thoughts about what he's been thinking since it happened. And it's like, whenever you get lost in your head, man, you've gotta ground yourself. And like, giving him the like, oh hey, Gabe forgives you. It's like, that might do it for some people, but like, in your head, you're like, well, I didn't hear that from the person. So it could be wrong, and then your brain just tumbles from there. So it's like, it helps a lot that it's like, yeah, I don't know about Gabe, but hey, I forgive you. Me, like a person who's here with you, I forgive you. And it's just, it grounds the person. It helps a lot more than saying that, like, hey, somebody that you can't talk to or ever acknowledge forgives you. And it just, so yeah, I get that this is, I don't know if it would have actually changed anything, and I'm interested if you've played through the game and you did, I guess either of these options have a really bad, let me reword that. I think this one where, like, was it, oh, Ryan was able to forgive himself. 19%. So did he not then? It said Ryan accepted Alex's forgiveness. Alex offered Ryan Gabe's forgiveness. A lot of people pick that. Ryan was able to forgive himself. Well, I read that wrong initially, so I don't know if I... What did you do here? If it's not what I got, how did it change the story? I'm interested. Because I feel like we got a pretty good outcome out of that. Now, down the line, that may tumble. And if it is, and if there is something with this particular part that is like spoilers, then forget it. Don't let me know. But like, if there's something, one of these other two that changed something, that like you lost the character or he done something a little different, let me know. I'm curious. Ryan and Alex shared a hug at the ravine, 77%. Heck yeah. Steph claimed the title of foosball champion, 64%. Wow, so 36% actually beat her. Like, I know I said during the playthrough, like, oh, we'll let her win, but, like, she, like, legit beat me. So, like, I see there's some people who will not be beat. Steph made Storm Rider the LARP boss, 58%, hell yeah. Alex didn't talk to Steph in the record store, 1%, interesting. Alex didn't help the birdwatcher. I didn't know we could help the birdwatcher. Interesting. Alex didn't help the sad dude. When was there a sad dude? I don't remember that at all. Okay. And with that, we're gonna leave this episode here. Yeah. A lot of drama happened at this episode. I guess. Let me know what you think about the whole, of how Alex uses her powers. I was fine with the whole concept of like, hey, I'm going to read your mind without your permission in order to help said person. But it just really did not set well with me that we did that with Riley to get an outcome that we wanted with Mac. Like, now did it pay off in the end? And was it a greater good? You could probably argue that, yeah. But that doesn't mean that it's a right thing to do. Like, I don't know. Again, it's a game, so it doesn't super matter. But like, I think that's what makes games great is whenever they introduce you into like a kind of controversial, well, possibly controversial kind of like decision, even though they kind of forced you to do it, or at least I think so. I don't think there was a way you could have avoided it, but anyway, long-winded. What do you think about that? It didn't set too well with me, but I guess in the end it kind of helped maybe save both, but felt a little scummy to me. But, as always, thanks for watching. Love y'all. See ya next time.
You cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough as